Good morning. Today is Thursday and it's the second last day of school for my eldest, Chook, and the last day of daycare, well, for the week, for the other two. So it's my actual last day off with no kids until February. So it is the 18th of December today. So I have one day to do everything that I need to do that I can't do with kids around, which feels ominous because I know for sure I'm going to get nothing done that I need to get done. But what I wanted to do today was show you what I'm getting kids for Christmas, and then do a couple more videos. So hopefully I can get them out to you over the next few weeks. I've been so slack over the last few weeks. Not slack so much. I was sick. I had some sort of cold. It wasn't the flu, it wasn't COVID, and it wasn't RSV because I had a test to test those things, and it wasn't any of those. But it knocked me and it threw me for like 2 weeks. I wasn't in bed, like out of it, incapacitated or anything, but I just was really flat and had no energy, and life consumed me for a little while. And now that I'm all motivated and ready to come back, school's about to be finished and I'm having to entertain my 9-year-old who also has Down syndrome, which is an intellectual disability. So she's not your typical 9-year-old. And yeah, we have 5 weeks together. So it's going to be an interesting time. I do get help from my mum. My mum does have her, or my parents do have her. They're going to have her for a little bit just before Christmas, a couple of nights. They want to take her to go and see some Christmas lights. They live 2 hours from where we live. So it'll be nice for her to have that experience with them. And then they will take her again, probably mid-January, for a couple of nights as well, just to give us all a break from each other. She needs a break from me and I need a break from her. And then we'll get back into school at the end of January. So if you're not from Australia, we have our big summer break, because it's summer now, from the end of December to the start of February, essentially. We have our Australia Day celebration is on the 26th of January every year, and school generally goes back a couple of days after that, sometimes the next day. This year it's the 28th, so we have 1 day off in between, and then back to school on the 28th of January. So yeah, we've got a big break, and I've got lots of things. We've made a list of things that we want to do together. So yeah, that's the plan for the holidays. So yeah, today I'm just gonna, this is my spare room, our spare room. It's actually my mum's bedroom. When she comes here, she stays here. We have a fold-out couch that she sleeps on, which is more expensive than my own bed. So I wouldn't really call it a fold-out couch. It's a bed that turns back into a couch. But the wardrobe in here is full of all the Christmas presents. So I'm going to get them out today. I just want to make sure that I have what I thought I had. And group them together for each child, just to make sure that there's no disparity. I don't have a budget for Christmas. I have an idea of what I want to spend and I always go over. I generally buy them things that they need or want. And in the past, this is probably the first year that we've actually bought quality items. In the past, we've just gone on Temu and bought a whole lot of junk, essentially, with a couple of decent toys thrown in, because Nuggy's about to turn 5, so he's still pretty young, and Pops is just turned 3, and so they really have had no idea up until now about what Christmas is. And our eldest, Chook, she also has had no idea. So I don't get a list from them. They don't tell me what they want. This year's the first year that Nuggy has told me exactly what he wants. And I've tried my best to get what I can from that list, but everything is so expensive, and I've spent more than I wanted to. But yeah, I I try to make it fair in that I get them what they are asking for, but I don't make it fair in the fact that the money side of things they don't all have equal amounts of money spent on them. It is really difficult. We have bought them bikes this year. So the younger two, the 3-year-old hasn't had a bike before. The almost 5-year-old had a bike 2 years ago. We bought him a bike, and by the time he could ride it, he'd grown out of it. And then our eldest has really struggled with bikes in particular. And we've actually had to get her an adult-sized bike with adult-sized training wheels. So the expense of that is ridiculous. You find that anytime you have a disability-specific product, there is this like disabled tax that goes on it. It's not actually a tax, but things just cost so much more. And obviously because most kids' bikes have training wheels and they're not really stable. So we just need to upgrade all of the quality on that. So we have spent probably 10 times the amount on her bike than we did for the other two little bikes. The other two little bikes we were able to get one's from Kmart and one's from Big W. And they're sort of $100 each, possibly a little bit more. But the other bike, the big bike, costs almost $1,000. So we did get a quote for $1,500, but that was for a bigger frame. And when we measured her up, she actually came in for the smallest frame. So we didn't have to pay as much. But yeah, so the disparity already is there. We've spent 10 times the amount on the big item that we're getting for her. But there's no way around that. We can't just get her a Kmart or a Big W bike because the sizes that they come in, the training wheels alone are $400. So even to buy a cheaper bike and get the training wheels fitted, we're spending 4 times the amount on training wheels because they just simply don't come in adult sizes that are readily available. We had to order them in specifically with the bike shop. So yeah, and then there's things that our youngest, the 3-year-old, will play with. She doesn't mind and will probably break. So we don't buy high quality stuff for her. And then the 5-year-old, he's got specific toys in mind. He's given me screenshots. We did them together because he doesn't know how to do it himself, but he was very specific on the toys that he wanted. And we also have his birthday 3 days after Christmas. He's the 28th of December. So the stuff that I've got for him, I've got to figure out whether I'm going to, which parts are for his birthday and which parts are for Christmas. So his budget was very high because of the specific things that he was after. And so he doesn't have a lot of fillers in his pile of gifts. I think that's all the explanation I need to give. And I'm just going to grab everything out of the wardrobe and see what we've got. Alright, so this is for Chook, our oldest. She has Down syndrome, which is an intellectual disability. She is 9. She'll be 10 in March. So along with the bike that we have got for her, there's a whole heap of 6 sets of fake nails with stickers and stuff. A little set of notebooks. I think there's 6 in there as well, or maybe there's 10. Yeah, 10. With some pens, 2 pens. She loves makeup and she ruins it. So I've got her a couple of cheap kits. So this one and this one. She will open that and use everything in 2 or 3 days and then it's ruined. So I don't mind her doing that a couple of times. And then she's got a set of headphones for her iPad. She likes to listen to things really, really loudly. And it is getting to the point where it is annoying everybody. The kids all have their own iPads, but when they're watching them and hers is so loud no one else can hear anything. So they've actually all got a set of headphones, but they're, because they're designed for children, their maximum noise level is set on them, so she can't have it too loud. She's not going to ruin her hearing if she has it as loud as it can go. And yeah, so that will connect wirelessly to her iPad, and we'll just have to name them somehow because hers and the younger ones are the same color. They only came in 2 colors. But yeah, so they will connect to her iPad and she can have it as loud as she wants and no one else has to worry about it. We've got her a new backpack for school. She currently has the school bag, but they don't have to have a school bag. And she has ruined hers. Like it's 4 years old now. And it's starting to wear out on the bottom where she scuffs it along the ground and things. And I went to buy her a new one, and the school logo ones, they don't have them anymore. They're the same like color, but they don't have the school information on them. And so I'm like, why am I going to spend money on a school bag when I can just buy her a random bag? So I've got this one from Temu. It comes with a little pencil case, and it also comes with the matching little insulated lunch bag, which she won't use, but she loves little bags and stuff, so I figured the more that comes with it the better. It's actually decent quality as well. I didn't realize. I thought it would be terrible. I think it was only $10 or something, so I'm happy that I spent the money on that because she's gonna love it. Then I got her a art set. This is just from Aldi. It was like $12 or something. I think I showed them in a grocery haul, maybe. So it's got like a roll under here of paper that you can pull down and colour in on the tray. That'll be an afternoon's entertainment, and then it'll be ruined, I'm sure. I got her a t-shirt, Taylor Swift, and a jumper, a little hoodie stitch. It's not the greatest quality because it's Temu, but it will do for a while. And then the last 2 things are a decent makeup set. This was just from Target, but it's like full proper makeup. Hopefully that will last a bit longer, but who knows? Who knows? And then finally she has a laptop. It was a cheap Amazon one. I think we spent $250, which is much more than I wanted to spend, but she has broken my laptop and I can't afford to keep replacing things that she breaks, and so I'm hoping that if it's hers, she might take better care of it. She likes to type. She's fairly good at reading and spelling, but her writing is difficult for her because she tires really easily. And so at school they've got her working on an iPad with a fold-out keyboard. And she's doing really well with writing stories and things, so we wanted to encourage that at home. And anything that encourages literacy is a good thing. So she will have her laptop, which I'm sure she'll be pretty excited about, that she can do her work on, because she loves going to work on my computer. So that's her. She's we also have a helmet for her. We have a helmet for each of them, obviously, because they need one for their bike. So that's what she is getting. Now Nuggy, our almost 5-year-old, he has a decent pile of stuff because it's his birthday as well. So I haven't decided what I'm giving him for his birthday, but I think it might be a couple of the bigger toys and maybe some clothes, because he has too much stuff for Christmas. I've got this little outdoor, it's like a hopscotch thing. It's got these little things that tie it together, and they're just plastic squares. We've got a decent concreted area outside, so I've got some stuff for them to play outside with. This is from Temu. It is just a set of like 6 maybe little frisbees. They're quite flexible plastic. Hopefully he likes throwing stuff. Then we've got, these come in a set of 2, so I got 2 because we've got 3 kids. Just that Velcro ball and glove set that they can throw to each other outside. Got him a few pairs of undies. These are Spider-Man themed, but they are Temu, so they're like a little bit interesting material. I don't know if he will like it or not, but there's just 5 pairs there, different Spider-Man designs. Thor hammer with the Thor costume. He wanted that desperately. I think that's going to be a birthday gift. His set of headphones for his iPad. A pair of pajamas. They're meant to be Spider-Man, but he doesn't look very Spider-Man-like. Temu again. And it's that like shiny polyester, so I don't know if he's going to like that, but give it to him anyway. A remote control police car, which apparently transforms as well. Stop it. That will be a birthday. A fire truck. He's obsessed with emergency vehicles, so fire truck for him. This is another dress up from, I think it's Amazon. It's a policeman outfit. He currently has one, but it's too small. So I think he might get the dress ups and the remote control car for his birthday, and everything else will be for Christmas. Oh, a Buzz Lightyear toy. He is obsessed. This cost me $100. I wouldn't normally spend this much money on a toy, but Buzz it is. He's got a Spider-Man art set, so it's the same as the girls, but just Spider-Man themed. And then a remote control helicopter. Is it remote control? No, it's just movable parts. Ambulance, rescue, helicopter. He's obsessed with anything to do with emergency vehicles, and so that is his. Plus he has his bike and helmet. So birthday, he's going to get the 2 dress ups and the police car, and everything else will be for Christmas for him. So that's that. And then on to Nuggy. No, Nuggy. He's Nuggy. She's Pops. Pops is 3. She was 3 in September. She is a girly girl into all things frozen and sparkly, and she is getting this makeup set. It is kids makeup, so it was from Amazon, not Temu, so it's decent-ish quality. Anyway, makeup for her. She's the same as the other one. They just paint it all over their face and then it gets washed off. This Frozen castle with Elsa and Olaf. She wanted that. She found that on Amazon herself. So that is that. And the other Frozen thing is like a mannequin styling head thing. I don't know. She picked it. She's getting that for Christmas. I've got her this set of ice cream stuff. This is a Temu thing. It's build your own ice creams, icy poles, a little scoop. Yeah, just a toy to play with. This little craft activity is a Temu thing as well. It is like paper cups and then all the accessories, and you stick them on and make paper art. She has got a set of headphones for her iPad. What else have we got? This is a tea set, I believe. Yes, a tea set. It's Temu Frozen. They have another tea set that's like mermaid themed and they love it. So here's another one to add to the collection of tea sets. Got some clothes for her, some dresses. These are the shiny Temu things. So there's a unicorn, this unicorn, this unicorn, and then a couple of pairs of pajamas, like summer pajamas. And this little dress, which I think is absolutely darling, but I didn't realize it was only printed on. It's Frozen. It looks like a denim dress, but it's literally printed on this shiny fabric, so that'll be cute. And then this little set that is Mickey Mouse themed, and I thought these were denim shorts, and they're actually printed denim on that shiny fabric. So anyway, I'm glad I didn't pay a huge amount for those things. We've got a Duplo like builder board. She loves Duplo, so that's a plate that she can build her trucks, building castles and whatever on them. A couple of packs of stickers. They're Frozen themed. And then this little paper plate craft thing, which is in a similar vein to that paper cup craft. She loves craft. And then she has the Frozen art set, and I've got her some Duplo as well, an ambulance and a fire truck. She is also into the emergency vehicles, and it's something she can share with her brother. So that Duplo goes with that, some clothes, and all of her crafty Frozen stuff, as well as a bike and a helmet. So that's Christmas for my kids. I forgot to add as well, I've got this little bag that's got 3 Kinder Surprises and 3 bags of the chocolate coins. These are all gluten-free, so they will just appear next to their presents. And we've got this box of stuff that I also bought on Temu when I did a Temu shop. So this little bag is full of plaster shapes. They're just random shapes, and they come with a little tiny paint pot and a paintbrush. My kids love doing craft, but they're very messy and they don't care when they're finished. So I tend to buy them stuff that is literally single use and throw away. I know it's wasteful, but we do what we got to do when we got little kids who need entertaining. So this bag is full. I think there's like 30 or something of little shapes. We can do 2 or 3 in an afternoon, forget about it. I bought these paint sets, so it's a brush and a few colours. I think there's maybe 20 sets altogether, so we can do some painting at home. I got these little shapes as well, similar to the other ones. They're just shapes with a little brush and set of paints. There's a little box of those, so maybe 20 in there as well. And then this is some sort of craft beading, sewing thing. That'll just get put in the craft box. Coloured paper that they will just cut up and rip up and put stickers on and whatever. These little these are like pictures, and then there's felt dots of like foam stickers that you stick on. So there's a picture that it's got like the dots markings on them, and you find the corresponding thing and you stick it on there. That'll be an afternoon's entertainment. This roll is colouring paper, so you roll it out. I'm masking tape it to the floor, and they just colour or paint on that. I've got a set of all crafty stuff. Stickers, pipe cleaners, beads. That would be a day's entertainment. This little findy thing. So there's 10 or so sheets in there, and it's got like a thing that you find on the side and you colour them in. And then these two sticker art, it's similar to the foam things. It's a picture with, sorry, there's glare. There's a picture with guidelines of what to put, and you've got stickers to put it on. So that is another craft activity. So we will have a few craft afternoons. Most of this stuff will just literally get thrown away once they're finished. I might turn you around, hang on. Yeah, so a lot of the craft stuff gets thrown away as soon as it's finished being played with. They make a lot of mess, and I don't mind because they're children and children make mess. And they're not super attached to things, so we might keep them on display on the TV cabinet or something for a week or so, but then they disappear. I don't like mess. I don't like clutter. So we'll keep things that they're attached to, but otherwise they will play with it until they're finished, and then they're happy to throw it in the bin. So a lot of the stuff that I buy from Temu especially is very, very cheap. And I understand that it's consumerism and it's a waste of plastic and whatever else. But when you're wanting to entertain 3 children without screens, you need to be creative. So I could go and get something more sustainable, but if they're not going to reuse it and they're just not interested in after they're finished playing with it, then I'm not willing to spend the money on that. So that's where my justification lies, in those cheaper products. Yeah. So that's what, and all of the craft stuff, I'll just put it in the middle of the floor on Christmas morning, and we'll pop it straight in the craft box, and it will just be there when they're ready to play over the holidays. And we've still got stuff that I got last year that I will like pull out again, and when they go through the craft box, they say, let's do some craft, and we go through the craft box and we look at what we might want to get out for the day. All right, so I just found the helmets. They're all the same, so I've got to write. I'm just going to use the label here, and I'll write their names on them, because they're different sizes, but once the tags and stuff come on, we're not going to be able to tell them apart. So I will write their names on them. Just got a trusty black marker. And then I went out to the shed. we've got these tubs that we got from Bunnings when we moved house. So I've got one tub for each child, and I'll label them with masking tape. I normally wouldn't be this pedantic about it, but I actually am working on Christmas Eve until 10:15. I work retail. So it's going to be a hectic night, and I want my husband to be able to start sorting things out before I get home, because I do not want to get home at 10:30 and be up for 3 hours trying to figure out Christmas for the children. So each person's going to have their own box. It's going to be labelled, and he'll be able to grab that out and start setting things up. He just does have to build 2 bikes before Christmas, so I keep reminding him that he needs to do that. We have 6 days to go, or 7 days to go, and he's at work pretty much 7 days a week at the moment. And so he doesn't have a lot of downtime, but we need to make sure that these things get done, because I do not want him staying up all night to try and sort out building bikes. So hopefully he can do that soon. And then when I got the helmets out, they were up in my wardrobe. I found a whole bunch of other stuff that not a whole bunch, but some more stuff that I have got for the kids. So just a bunch of coloured pencils. So they will go in the craft stuff. And I got them each one of these, like, I hate slime, but slime containers. It's got all mix-ins and whatever. So there's one each for each child. I got them all the same because when you get them all the same, they can't fight. And also a Lego that my son asked for. It's just a police motorbike, but it's all wrapped up. Anyway, it's a police motorbike. That's Lego, so that will go in his pile as well. And that is definitely it. So I'm just going to pack each child's box. As you can see, I'm a fan of boxes. Each child's box, and then on Christmas night or Christmas Eve, my husband will be able to just get the boxes out and at least get them started, so that when I get home, I don't have to be up for hours figuring out Christmas. I'm doing that today. And leading up to Christmas, I'm working a lot more, and I don't have time to do this stuff now, and I'm going to have a kid home from tomorrow. So I had to get it sorted out today. So thanks for coming along with me. That's our kids' Christmas. I can't tell you how much I spent. I don't know. It's definitely over $2,000 though, because Chook's bike was $900. The other 2 bikes were $100 each. The helmets were $40 each. I don't compromise on quality for safety things. And then, yeah, it's over $2,000. That's what you get when you have 3 kids. So I could definitely do Christmas a lot cheaper. I could definitely do Christmas a lot more differently. We could do the 4 things, want, need, wear, read. Easily could do that. But this year we did have a bit of spare money, and I thought, why not? We knew we wanted to get the kids bikes, and that was going to be a financial outlay. But those bikes should get them through at least probably the next 2 years, before we have to think about upgrading bikes for the littler ones. Chook, I don't know that she's going to get much taller. She is not a tall one to begin with, but people with Down syndrome generally are shorter than their family. So she could stretch that bike for quite a few years to come. But yeah, that's our Christmas.